we enjoy moving forward.
Developed from KTM's off-road race DNA, the KTM 790 Adventure R is a serious travel-capable off-road motorcycle equipped for the most extreme escapes. With the hardcore adventurer in mind, it balances the power of a twin with the lightness and agility of a single-cylinder off-road bike to open up new riding possibilities. It offers an impressive fuel range without compromising agility, feeding a powerful yet compact, smooth and reliable engine. Access more extreme and distant off-road terrain thanks to easy-to-use rider aids and practical ergonomics. Hi guys, yes, this is the 790 Adventure R version 2020 model. Before we continue with some specs and the features on the bike, let's go back in time and check why did KTM do this bike.
I love my 990. When are you bringing them back?
They were too early. They were before their time.
Still got that race heritage, that sort of rally bike feel.
If you guys could change anything on here, what would it be?
800cc, under 180 kilos.
With 800 twin cylinder.
Yeah, my ideal KTM would be an 800cc twin cylinder, probably less than 200 kilograms in dry weight, with about 23 litres of fuel capacity.
This is serious, okay? This is being recorded, mate. Tell them seriously?
Yeah, well that's what we want, an 800 sort of type thing, don't we?
This is the most compact two-cylinder engine in the market, and due to the two balancer shafts, the engine of the bike runs very smooth. The KTM delivers 95 horsepower with 88 Newton meter of torque. The KTM has a quick shifter. What's also smooth about the bike is the quick shifter, where you can easily go up and down. It's one of the best quick shifters in the market. Another feature is the light handling of the bike. It's so fun. KTM was so clever with how they distributed the weight of the bike by installing the fuel tank low. That way the bike is very agile. The most amazing feature on the bike is the 48 Explore suspension. This suspension is usually used by KTM on its off-road bikes like the 500cc's, the EXCF 450. The bike is amazing when it comes to obstacle passing. Why? Because the front suspension has a travel of 240 millimeter, while the rear shock absorber has a travel of 220 millimeters. This way, as I said, it gives the bike the possibility to pass any obstacles in front of it. An Adventure 790cc has only a dry weight of 189 kilograms. Imagine how light the bike is. You can feel it. Anyway, the fuel tank is 20 liters and it gives you a range of 450 kilometers, which is perfect fuel consumption for an 800cc bike. Let's talk about the windshield. The windshield is adjustable for two positions, and this is the R version windshield. You can always have the street version windshield to have more air resistance. The wide handlebar gives you maximum control while allowing 6 different positions. So you can adjust the handlebar for 6 different positions according to your riding style. Before we continue with the specs, let's check out the icon of adventure riding, the champion Chris Birch, what he has to say about this bike.
Hi, I'm Chris Birch, KTM Adventure Ambassador. My top 5 favourite things about the KTM 790 Adventure are, the first one is the suspension. So it's the same suspension system that we run in the EXCs, so really good high quality off-road specific suspension. that you can really hammer with. You can accelerate through obstacles and bumps on the trail that you would just be hard on the brakes for on any other adventure bike. And every time I ride the bike, the first thing that always strikes me is the suspension, just how capable it is. My next favorite thing is rally mode. In the drive modes, in the display, you have what's called rally mode, and that actually allows you to control how much traction control intervention you want as you're riding along. So you can be winding up and down your traction control as your conditions change, as your riding changes, which is a huge thing on these bikes. You can come up to some soft sand, oh, here we go, wind the traction control right back, get that drive through there. You get some slippery stuff, crank it up, the bike's going to look after you. You can do all this as you're riding along, which is very cool. Next favorite thing I would have to say is the brakes. The brakes are super strong, really powerful, but they're actually really nice and smooth and progressive. So as you guys that ride off-road will know, you need really gentle, progressive, controllable brakes. Powerful is one thing, but if there's no progression, no modulation to it, that's not good at all. So this you can get really good feel, especially for the rear, which allows you to do all those big slides and all that fun stuff that makes adventure bikes what they are. What else we got? Probably the next thing that I really like is the riding position. So especially with the power part seat that we're running on this bike, this is the ultimate race version. You have a lot of choice where you want to sit, so you can move around the bike. You're not just stuck in some pocket like you are on a lot of bikes. You can get your weight a lot further forwards when you're sitting down, which allows you to corner more aggressively sitting down. So it's great for riding aggressively, but it's also really good for riding long days. You can do more sitting down on this bike, which saves you energy over a long day than you can on any other adventure bike. So we've got suspension, rally mode, seat position, brakes. The last thing, my favorite thing about this specific 790 Adventure R is it's got my name written on it.
Let's talk about the height of the bike. The seat height of the bike is 880 mm, but KTM has the power parts of obtaining another lowering seat which gives you 2 centimeters lower. As for the ground clearance of the bike, it has 26.3 centimeters of ground clearance. This is very good in off-road riding while passing obstacles. It will save the bike touching from beneath and will save your engine. KTM's cornering ABS allows the rider to use full power of the brake while the system adjusts to the lean angle of the bike. The nice thing about the ABS is that it has 3 modes. It has the road mode, the off-road mode, and it has the ABS off mode. While on the road mode, the ABS allows the rider to use ABS on both tires, front and rear. While you have the off-road ABS, the ABS is only applied on the front tire, while it gives you the possibility to slide the rear tire. You can always put both tires for ABS off.
We're here in Sardinia, the European Adventure Rally, with the prototype of the 790 Adventure R. The 790 Adventure R, if you really look at it, it was developed by our customers. We got feedback about what they wanted, and they want a bike that they can ride hard, they can explore their own limits, they can explore the limits of the bike, and this is where the 790 Adventure R comes in.
This will be the most performance-orientated middleweight travel enduro bike on the market.
It's such a good bike. The chassis, you can go so hard off-road, and it allows you to push your limits personally rather than the bike's limits. It doesn't replace the 690 or the 1090, those are both amazing bikes. This is just a whole new sector, a whole new part of adventure riding. You can feel how hard KTM have worked to keep the bike as light as possible, to keep it manageable, to make the engine smooth and tuned for off-road riding. It's not a replacement road bike engine, it's a proper off-road, smooth traction, exactly what we're looking for to take the adventures into the hills.
Adventure riding is not just about beating your bike on single track, on hard rocks. Adventure riding is also about covering long distances to get there. Adventure riding is about exploring, and with this bike you can take it on really long street trips and then end up on top of a mountain on a tiny single track. And this, I think, is the spirit of the 790 Adventure R.
check the dashboard, the benefits, the modes, the ABS, the ride, KTM My Ride, everything that has to do with it. First, let's put the ignition on and then we'll talk about it. As always, it's ready to race. So we have a full color 5-inch TFT screen reading valuable information like trip meter, fuel range, ABS settings, and ride modes on the fly. Is made easier with the 5-inch full color and state-of-the-art TFT display. So if you can see here, it gives us, we go to set, first KTM My Ride, audio, so you can connect your Bluetooth device, you can hear music, change music from here. If you go inside, you can see how to change the track you're listening or increase or decrease the volume. We go back, you have the navigation. Thanks to KTM My Ride, you can connect your phone and you will have arrows showing you where to go with the distance for the next turn or something. And you can do the pairing of your phone or your headset to the bike. Then we have the trips data. You have trip 1, trip 2, you know, all information that you may need are here. You have the warning lights if you have a low fuel, transport log, side stand, anything that also you have a warning. Here is the place to see it. You have the ride mode. So here you can choose by street mode, rain mode, off-road mode, and rally mode. So the street is full power of the bike. The rain mode, it gives you more traction control, a strong traction control, and low power, low torque on the bike. The off-road, it lowers the horsepower of the bike but gives you a traction control, more sliding, so you can slide more. If you want to go pro, you hit the rally mode. It says cross throttled. We are in the rally mode now. You can see 8, the number 8, as you can see. This is how you can change from 1 to 9 the traction control response on the go. You don't need to put the bike off, you don't need to do nothing. Also in the rally mode, you can adjust the throttle response. So I use the rally when I go long trails, open roads. It has the most powerful throttle response on the bike. You can put it off-road in the rally mode as well if you are doing some off-roads, and street mode if you're going also something smooth, you don't need the rally mode. You can leave the rally mode, cross throttle, okay. So we have the motorcycle. We go to MTC and MSR, motorcycle traction control. You can set it off if you want or on. You have the ABS mode. You can choose off-road and off-road as we spoke before. We go to settings. You can set favorites. So if I want to see speed 1, cons 1, you can see them all these outside here as we chose which one to see. Like this, you put your favorites here on the screen. Let's go back to settings. Okay, Bluetooth, of course, display theme. So if night or day, you change the color of the TFT screen. Shift light, so you can decide when to have the red indicator, so you change 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, you choose what you wanted to do. And the clock, the date, the unit kilometers or mile, the language, the service, and some extra functions, which is the KTM My Ride, which you have to install here. What's nice about the bike as well, in the next section we'll see the lights and the running LED lights from the front. On the Adventure 790 we have the day running LED lights which comes on the bike and gives us high visibility during the day, and as well the LED lights which gives also very high visibility, which is safer for us to ride in the night. So guys, the next thing we'll do, I will display one of the most, if you want, accessories or power parts that you can buy for the bike. We'll choose some because we have so many. We'll choose the most essentials and the ones that I am using on my bike. See you then. Some power parts that you can install on your bike are the Akrapovic system. It's a system that gives you better sound, better performance, and more aesthetic. You have the combination switch, which you can use, allows you to use the cruise control option. You have the headlight protection, which protects your headlight. The low seat, 2 centimeters lower than the normal seat. Then you have the phone holder and the phone bracket. It will be displayed in front of you above the dashboard. And I highly advise to get the rally pegs, especially if you are doing enduro, more stability and more control on the bike. In addition to that, you have the top box and the side boxes. Many other power parts are listed on the KTM website. You just have to visit the website and check out the power parts for the KTM Adventure 790.
We enjoy moving forward.